So now that we've touched on water as a resource and just laid out some legal foundations about that, the next thing is to look at water as a human right. So water as a resource is mainly based on Section 24 of the Constitution. However, water as a human right is centered on Section 27 of the Constitution, right? This is not to say that Section 24 of the Constitution is not a human right. It is. You can check out the video on the environmental right explained for more information on this. It is effectively because water governance in South Africa is split between water as a resource and water as a service. And water as a service is anchored on the delivery of the right to access to water under Section 27 of the Constitution. So in terms of Section 27 of the Constitution, everyone has a right to sufficient food and water, and the state has to take reasonable legislative and other measures within its available resources to achieve the progressive realization of these rights. First of all, a notable difference here between the right to environment and the right to access to water is the fact that the environmental right is immediately realizable, whereas the right to access to water is progressively realized. This has implications on how the rights would be enforced, as immediate realization is here and now, whereas progressive realization is over time. And it's also kept within available resources, which makes it difficult to enforce on an agent or immediate basis because there's always that caveat. This is one of the reasons why access to water is such a big issue in South Africa, with a lot of communities living without it because of how this right is framed and how it operates.